Let's begin with it. Your prereqs are going to be a bundle of exactly what you'll be taking for the MCAT. Bio 1 and 2, Gen Chem 1 and 2, Orgo 1 and 2, Physics without Calculus 1 and 2, or with Calculus 1 and 2 if you're a baller. Biochem. Those are the core ones. I would say, depending on how strong you are at science, if let's say you're pretty strong at science, I would start off with the harder ones just to get them over with so you can kind of breeze by your bios, and then during that time where you're breezing you can just study for the MCAT and not have to deal with anything like that. Or if maybe you're not as strong in the STEM field, this is like your first time getting into some heavier STEM classes, start off with the bios just to get yourself worked into it. Be like, okay, I kind of understand, or I understand where I'm going at here when it comes to these when it comes to these STEM classes. So let's say this is a strategy I use because I wasn't really heavy on STEM or science classes. I did a lot of engineering classes, so it was a little iffy to get used to, but it definitely helped me. I started off with my bio 1 and 2, then I moved on to my chems, and now for the summer of 2026 and fall of 2027 I'll be moving on to my physics, and then afterwards I'd say go into the biochem. And honestly, biochem, Orgo 1 and 2, they get easier over time. I know that's a little iffy to say. That's like, what? Orgo gets easier? Physics might be a little bit of iffy, but again, the MCAT presents itself in random orders. Sometimes it'll be mostly biochem with little physics. Sometimes it'll be like, half physics. There's a lot of changes that go on throughout every year when it comes to the MCAT. So I hope you're lucky and you don't get a physics one. But all of these classes get easier, especially the Orgos. I know it's weird. It's like, Orgo gets easier? What? Well, if you realistically think about it, when you're starting off and you hit your Chem 1 and 2, you're going to think it's like hell on earth because it's your first time integrating math into chemistry. But then afterwards, when you get to the Orgos, you're thinking about, oh God, I'm just memorizing, chemicals that I literally can't see. But the main point is do the strategy that you believe will be best for you. I gave you part 1 where you're strong at science and part 2 where if you're not that strong at science. I believe in all of you. Every single one of you who's going to take the MCAT, take your STEM classes, go through all the research and whatnot, you got this. It's all up to you. The only one who can really stop you is yourself. Thank you, and get ready for another video tomorrow. Have a good day.